Hello and welcome to Pepper Geek. My name is Calvin, and today we're talking about harvesting peppers. It's the most exciting time of the year. You're finally reaping the rewards from all your hard work. But we're going to help you understand exactly what to look for in your peppers and make sure that you're confident that your peppers are ready to be picked. So as you can see, I have this rather small pepper plant. I chose this one for a couple reasons. Number one, it fits inside of our house. Our other plants are rather huge. Number two, it has peppers on it from all stages of growth. So we have some younger peppers and we have some mature peppers that are pretty much ready to pick. This is a ghost pepper. You might not be growing this type of pepper, but the principles will apply across the board, whether you're growing bell peppers or banana peppers, jalapenos, or anything in between. So we'll make sure that we cover all of our bases and that you're confident your peppers are ready to be picked. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to look for when you're harvesting your peppers is a change in color. You might not know this, but almost every pepper variety will change color when it's maturing. And you might be thinking, well, what about bell peppers? Green bell peppers come out green and you pick them when they're green. They don't change color. Well, that's not actually true. Bell peppers do turn red if you allow them to mature all the way on the plant. That's where red bell peppers come from. Those are just more mature versions of green bell peppers. In this case, this is a yellow naga pepper. It's a yellow ghost pepper. This is the most obvious and stark example. It turns from a light green all the way to this bright yellow color. So you know, in this case, it's pretty obvious when your peppers are fully ripened. But there are other cases where it's more subtle, but rest assured that all pepper varieties do change color. Another example is the jalapeno. I have one right here. This is a green one. I picked this early. If I were to allow this to stay on the plant, it would turn red. So that's the first and easiest way to know when your peppers are ready to harvest. Another thing that might seem obvious is the size of the pepper. When you plant your seeds, you should have a general idea of how big the pepper pod will grow to become. But it's pretty obvious. The pods tend to grow pretty rapidly and then they will stop growing and begin to mature. So in the case of a bell pepper or a jalapeno where you might be picking them early when they're still green, you can let them reach the size that you're looking for and then pick the peppers. Peppers are edible at any stage of growth, so you don't need to wait for them to change color. So that's a good example if you're growing something that you're picking green. Another thing to think about is the time since you planted your peppers. Most seed packets will tell you an approximate range of time from the time of planting your seeds all the way through to harvest, but environmental factors can really change how long it takes to get ripe peppers. In this case, this plant stopped growing foliage early because we put it in a small pot, and it started producing peppers a lot earlier than our other plants. So this is one of our first plants to ripen this year. And you know, there are a ton of other factors. You know, how hot is it? How much sun are they getting? How much water? You know, did you fertilize properly? So timing isn't the best factor, but it's something to keep in mind. If you think your peppers are ready, but it's 3 months too early, you know, it's probably okay to leave them on the plant a little bit longer. Another characteristic that can indicate a ripe pepper is something that's called corking. It happens a lot on jalapenos, but you'll see it on almost all pepper varieties. They kind of look like stretch marks, and that's because they basically are. These lines are essentially scars on the peppers that are a result of the pepper growing faster than the skin is growing. And this is actually a desirable characteristic. But when you start to see it, you know that your peppers are probably reaching a mature stage. One quick thing I wanted to add, since it's such a commonly asked question on our website, is specifically when to pick jalapeno peppers. They have to be one of the most commonly grown hot peppers out there. And a lot of people don't care to wait for them to turn red. So when do you know when to pick green jalapenos? And the best answer I can give to that is wait for them to reach a mature size and wait for them to at least start to change color. They go through a color change from light green to a deeper green, like a forest green, to an almost black color before actually turning red. So at least allow them to mature in size, begin to change color, maybe just a deeper green, and also look for that corking. So back to the video. One last thing you might want to consider is the time of year. If you're reaching the end of your growing season and you only have a limited amount of time before a frost hits, you should consider harvesting your peppers regardless of what stage they're at. If your peppers have begun to turn color, like this one sort of in between turning, they will continue to ripen off of the plant. But if they haven't begun to turn color, they probably won't ripen, so you should use them or preserve them right away. But get them off the plant before that frost hits, or you might end up losing your peppers altogether. Here are two examples of peppers that I harvested today. This is the jalapeno we were looking at earlier. This is a chocolate ghost pepper. It's chocolate naga. It's an extremely spicy variety. It's much more obvious than most pepper varieties because it turns to this dark chocolatey color from a green pepper pod. So now we've covered how you can tell when your peppers are ready to pick. Now let's get to the actual picking. I'm going to show you exactly how you can harvest your peppers, two ways that you can do it. It doesn't really matter. It's really hard to mess this up, but I'm going to show you anyway just so you can feel a little more confident when you go to pick your peppers. So here are our two ripe yellow naga peppers. They are completely transformed from this green to a beautiful bright yellow color. The entire pepper has changed to this color, so we know it's ready to pick. And the first method I'm going to show you is simply plucking off the pepper. This is what I do, and it is usually really easy, and especially when a pepper is ready to be plucked. So the way that I do it is I hold the pepper and hold the branch with another hand and push upwards in this direction, sort of against where it's connected to the plant, and it should just pop off. So, see that? Nice satisfying crack. And there we have our first harvested yellow naga pepper. For this other pepper, I'll show you another method you can use, and it's, again, pretty simple. We're just going to use a pair of sharp scissors and cut the stem of the pepper without cutting any of the leaves around it. So you can see I'm just grabbing that right there, and a nice clean snip. Voila! Our two peppers. Successfully harvested. Thanks for watching Pepper Geek. I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, please hit that subscribe button for more content in the future, all about peppers and hot sauces. Don't forget to head over to peppergeek.com to enter our monthly hot sauce giveaway. We give away a free bottle of hot sauce every single month to one lucky winner. All you have to do is sign up for our weekly newsletter and you're entered to win. So head over to Pepper Geek right now and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.